Welcome to another week of Good Ole Gamers podcast. I'm Lon McClendon. I'm here with Brandon Gentry.
Go fuck yourself, everyone.
Didn't even give me time to ask him to be nice to everybody this week.
Well, no, I won't. Fuck you. And fuck everyone.
Well, you can see that we're going to get a lot of sponsors this way.
Yeah.
Can't you? Well, nobody can see who I'm talking to. We got a guest with us this week. First time guest, Mr. Jackson Carr.
Hey.
Woo! Yeah. Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
You know,
welcome. Glad to have you.
Pleased when I got the invite.
We're glad to have you with us. See if you can keep up with us this week.
Yep.
Probably not, but
it's okay.
That's cool.
I could try.
I can't keep up with us either.
We all have a hard time keeping up with things. We're getting old. I
have a hard time keeping it up.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell a lot of people that.
I tell everyone that. They say it's non-threatening, but I really am threatening.
Yeah.
But that guy can't get it up. He can't possibly rate me. Yeah. You're wrong.
He doesn't have that Bill Cosby state of mind. He doesn't have that going on. But as always, we're going to kick it off with some news. Today's date, Brandon pointed this shit out earlier. We never give a date for the news,
no,
so these people going back listening to the old shit are probably just genuinely fucking confused.
You know, I'm starting to put this on I'm going to start on putting on YouTube and SoundCloud and stuff. Most people would go through either iTunes or the website and they'll see each date, but now I'm going back and putting our old episodes on. There's not really a good frame of reference unless they go reference our site or something. So, to those of you listening through SoundCloud or YouTube, welcome. Still go fuck yourself, though.
Yeah, what he said. But today's date is August 7th, 2015, year of our Lord. So, yeah.
The Dark Lord.
Yeah, the nemesis from below. The only news I really got is I've seen some of the Gamescom footage they've been dropping over the past couple days. Seen the new Mad Max game video that's fucking excellent looking.
I'm on the ropes about it. I mean, it looks good, but I don't know. I'll wait and see.
It's kind of one of them things, too. Like, it seems, the Mad Max game just come out of left field. Kind of along the same time the movie come out.
Mm-hmm.
I know it releases September 1st. So I'm just kind of, I'm wondering if it's going to end up being like a real fucking rushed game or something.
That is pretty soon.
It's been in the works for a long time, though. I know that.
Has it?
Yeah, I remember reading about it way before the movie came out, so...
The only thing I give a shit about September 1st is Metal Gear Solid 5. The game that fucking bankrupt Konami, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, they announced they dropped, that's one of the reasons they're having troubles. Konami sank, $80 million in the Metal Gear Solid 5. So
I've never played any Metal Gear Solid.
Well, shame on you, motherfucker.
I saw some screenshots comparing it across systems, and I'm going to say PC looks best. Fuck off consoles.
Well, fuck you in your mouth, Brandon.
Please do.
But Unravel was another game I seen that looks really fucking cool.
It did look neat.
I showed you a video. It's like you play a little yarn man, and you have to make your way across the level, but you can't run out of yarn. Like, you leave a trail of yarn everywhere you go.
Yeah, what I thought was interesting about it is it took place in, our world, just a mundane version of our world, like Switzerland, I think they said.
Yeah.
So, but he's like this little dude, so it really makes our own world seem alien.
Yeah, from a small, a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids point of view.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, and the puzzle solving elements look pretty cool.
The graphics are pretty toasty too for no more than what it is.
Is that Limbo?
It looks like Limbo, but it's not. It's called Unravel.
Oh,
I'll show you a video later. It's a new one coming out for Xbox.
I really got into Limbo.
Limbo's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Limbo's
cool.
Limbo's kind of it's so just weirdly eerie, but it's it's one of them games that's so pretty.
Yeah.
You don't want to not fucking look at it. What you got?
I got a lot of stuff actually. One thing that's all the UK has over heads now. The Mario toys are coming to the McDonald's Happy Meals over there.
Nice.
Motherfuckers.
Nice.
I remember them.
I still got mine.
Nice. Yeah. I wish I had mine from when I was a kid.
My brother worked at Burger King a few years ago, and they come out with some Mario toys that they pulled because one of them presented a choking hazard. And I actually had them up there.
Pulled
still
straight
in
out of a
plastic.
child's throat.
Yep. Still got traces of saliva on it from his cold blue little throat.
So fuck y'all UK. We get better stuff. Just not Mario's in our McDonald's.
Yeah, we get Transformers and Barbies in our McDonald's.
That's like all they fucking have, and brat stalls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Fallout 4 is not going to have a level cap, and you can keep playing after you beat the game, so I guess that's kind of cool. If you just want to sink your entire life into it, you're welcome to.
Your life will suffer fallout.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be cuckolding your wife. Like,
most definitely. Probably me.
what do you think? Yeah, what do you think of cuckolding, Jackson?
I don't even know what that is. What is that? Give me a definition. Definition, please.
Fuck my wife.
Cuckolding. Fuck my wife. Cuckolding. It's where someone watches their wife get banged.
I can get into it.
I figured.
As the observer, as the participant, or what?
All three.
Okay.
All three.
As the wife.
I'll be the wife.
It's okay. We all have our secrets.
Ori and the Blind Forest is getting an expansion later this year.
Nice.
And Moon Studios founder Thomas Mahler, he said he would like to expand the IP into like a movie or something like that.
That's cool.
I can see it making a cool cartoon because that's what the game looks like.
Yeah, Blizz fan was quick to point that out.
Yeah. Maybe you should hire him on
Yeah.
and then shit on him.
Maybe he could write your dialogue for you.
Video games into movies. Which ones are out there? Oblivion's not one, is it? That's not.
I hope not. That'd be the most boring shit ever.
Yeah.
We must run to the other side of the world now.
And turn in our quest.
We
must go get
the only video game movie I know it's even coming out is that god awful looking Hitman Agent 47. Fuck that.
One thing I know Lyle will be interested in, there's a Mario 64 speedrunner. I can barely pronounce his username. Panenkoic 212. He's put out a $1,000 bounty on reproducing a glitch in the TikTok clock level. He's so hardcore into speedrunning that if you can reproduce his glitch and show him how to do it and reliably, that he'll give you $1,000 because he thinks he can knock a good amount of time off speedruns. So,
I might check into that a little bit. Mario 64 and shit though gets a little tricky because I imagine it's kind of like Ocarina of Time, that Cosmo kid speedrun. Like he figured out how to hop backwards and do all these glitches that pretty much trick the clock into thinking like you're further on in the game than you actually are, and he beats it like that. Like he does something that spawns from Kariki Forest directly into Ganon's fortress at the end of the game.
I personally can't count glitches as a speedrun. Even though it is something inherent in the game, it's still you're cheating. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm still
that aspect of it.
I'm old school Mario Mario Bros. Speedrunner. That's my.
But hey, if you know what this guy's talking about, there might be $1,000 in it for you.
Yeah.
Apparently, someone did it on accident on Twitch, and the whole speedrunning community's been going nuts trying to figure it out. So, if you Google it, I'm sure you'll find more information and be able to watch the video if you want to try and do it yourself and claim them 1,000 G's.
Yeah, get all that fucking Skrilla, man.
Yeah.
Line in pockets. You listening, Blizz fan? Bastard.
I got some special news for him soon, but Mighty Number 9 is delayed till early 2016 due to bugs and online features. So it was coming out. I think it's September, but not anymore. Early 2016.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Nah. Not good.
Not good at all. I guess they spent all that money on the fucking movie they're talking about instead of fixing bugs.
We gonna make the
Dumbasses.
movie first, the game second.
No one's even played one of these games. This is the first one, but we're gonna make a movie.
Genius logic.
And I think the best news I've read in a long time, World of Warcraft subscriptions dropped to a 9-year low of 5.6 million. Suck it, BlizzFan 1998. Suck upon it.
Oh, he'll be sending an email any day now.
Yeah, I'm an MMA fighter and I'll beat your ass.
You guys are already
I ate a
getting
bunch
hate mail?
of kale and I come down with my tribal tattoos and I'll beat you senseless.
You guys are already getting hate mail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We got a really nice hate mail in an earlier episode.
Yeah.
We'll
Death
have to-
threats?
Bitch
Death
friend.
threats?
No, we haven't got a death threat yet. We got a threat that
If,
this dude and his friends are MMA fighters. They would come down here and fight us.
now, if we go up to New York, they'll beat our ass.
Yeah.
You guys come up here, we'll kick your ass. We ain't coming down there.
Pretty much. I believe that him and his whole guild of MMO players are MMA fighters.
I've seen where I also watched Dark Souls 3 video. Looks like the other Dark Souls games pretty much.
I couldn't get into them just because they're such unpolished turds, really. I mean, I get the difficulty aspect. That's appealing to me, but I just felt like such an unfinished fucking game from the get-go. And the classes, too, was infuriating. There's like over 20 classes, I think, in there. I remember starting it up and going through the very beginning. It's like, hey, there's all these classes. Look, here's a fighter and here's a warrior. The fighter's like the warrior, except for when it's not. So, fuck yourself. There's too much online reading you had to do to know how to play that game.
Nah.
Not enough shit in the game.
Well, I did notice they announced a new 2 terabyte hard drive coming out for Xbox One.
That's awesome.
That's cool because mine's already about 85% full.
I'm not even close, but
So that'd be
How
handy.
quaint.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had a 2 terabyte hard drive for fucking years.
Very modest of you. Very modest. Well, okay then. So is that all you got for news? That's all I got. That's all. No news is good news, I guess.
News can go fuck itself.
Well, you want to go ahead and get riled up a little early on?
Do we got a Vault Game of the Week?
I did not get a hold of the gentleman at Vault today. I called David twice. Have not got a hold of
Well,
him.
fuck it. Mario All-Stars is Vault's Game of the Week.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Super Mario All-Stars Game of the Week. It goes with what we're talking about tonight. Tonight's topic is platformers. Super Mario All-Stars is like the pinnacle platformer for SNES because it's got everything on it.
Yeah, it made me realize as a kid that I wasn't good at Mario. Because I was like, yeah, I beat Mario 3. I'm the best at Mario. And then, like, Lost Levels. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Exactly the reason they didn't bring that shit to America originally is Mario 2 because they knew that kids would be throwing their fucking NESs out of the windows and shit. Yeah, completely. But Super Mario Stars is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Recommend it.
And the version with Super Mario World on it.
Yeah.
The one I like the most.
Yeah, that's the one I have. I'm pretty sure Vault's got a copy of it as well. I know they got the normal All-Stars. But yeah, Super Mario All-Stars.
It's got, 1, 2,
2, 3,
3
and Lost Levels.
and then some of them Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Which is all fucking awesome games.
Yeah, that's like the best Marios there are, is those 4.
I guess 2 would be an exception somewhat, but I like 2, so fuck
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but it's still a classic game, That
Yeah.
we grew up, that was our Mario 2 growing up. So
It's Mario canon, so if you don't like it, suck a dick.
Yep. If you're relevant to the North Alabama area or Coleman, wherever, go by Vault, get you a copy of it. They got plenty of stuff.
Yeah, from the
cool
Atari
place.
2600 up to current gen consoles.
If they don't have it, they can get it for you.
They sure can.
So check them out. You want me to do mine before
Go
you get
ahead.
pissy? This week's Arcade Arcana in vain with everything that we're talking about. It's pretty much going to end up being a Mario episode, more or less. But I'm doing Super Mario Verse, or Verse Super Mario, whatever you want to call it. It's the arcade version, though, of Super Mario World. It came out in 1986, and it's pretty much just like Super Mario Brothers on NES. There's a lot of differences that make it a lot harder. It's not, like I can speedrun the original, and this one's not something you can speedrun at all.
Huh.
There's fewer warp zones and power-ups and more enemies in this game.
Okay.
The level layouts change too. Actually, some of the levels in this are actually out of Lost levels in Japan.
Oh, okay.
They brought over and incorporated, like 1 through 3 is usually the easiest levels, or 1-3 through 5-3 is usually like a real easy set to run, and everything's changed after 1-3. So it makes it a lot harder. A lot of the pops and bricks are placed differently, so you can't make like a smooth run through. Like if you try to jump, like for example, if there's 2 enemies on the ground, the block placement usually be above where the enemies spawn, where you can jump on the block and clear them.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, it spawns further to the left. So if you go to jump to kill the enemies, you hit the fucking block and fall right down into them and die. Like,
does it have any of those hidden block cocksucker moves like Lost levels did?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it does toward the end, like in World 7. I know you talking about like where you just jump and there's nothing there and you hit a block that appears and it...
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Straight to your death.
Yes, it does. Some of the bigger gaps on like... I think it's like 6-3 through 7-1 are the Lost levels replacements. And there's one where you go to sail over it and you just bump your head and fall straight to hell. But it's actually really good. It's fun. You can get it on MAME. There's not a whole lot of detail you can really go into because it, like I said, it plays just like NES Mario, but it's different. So, if you're looking for something a little fresh, a little different, to your normal NES Mario, get you a MAME version. Super Mario Verse. It's pretty good.
Straight up don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about.
It's an arcade version of Mario. Oh. That's all. No big deal.
You know what Mario is, and you know what an arcade is, you know what this is.
Yeah.
Just that
dead fucking air.
Yep.
Everybody.
I told you I'm terrible at this.
It's okay.
I'm the worst podcaster.
That's cool. We are too.
I'm just here hanging out.
It's still... I just received, while we were recording, I just received a text message from the guy that's got the Space Invaders arcade.
Cool.
He's got the service guy coming tomorrow around 1 or 2 to look at it.
I can dig it. So, time for Rage Rant?
Yeah, dude, get mad.
This is gonna stray from where we were, but it is about video games this time.
Good.
Tonight's Rage Rant is shitty game holiday events. Anyone who's played online games know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know about the holiday event, but is it kind of like when a bunch of them fucks get married in World of Warcraft and they have their wedding on World of Warcraft?
But that is something...
Is it that kind of deal?
No, but it is something that I don't like. No, this is like on all these online games, like Christmas comes around. So for the whole month of December, they have run this shitty-ass fucking Christmas event where they have some prizes, like 1 or 2 of them are actually worth getting. Then they have some, like the bottom of the barrel prize that you can get that like you get 1,000,000 times over and you fucking despise for the rest of your life. Like the game I played, The Secret World, you always get like fireworks, your flare guns. And I fucking hate them. I got
guns.
I got like 1,000,000 of them in my fucking inventory, and every time I get one, it's like a slap in the fucking face. But yeah, they only have like 1 or 2 prizes worth getting, and you got to either grind your ass off to get to it, you either got to pay your ass off to get to it, or you just got to be extremely fucking lucky to get it. And they're none of them are really imaginative either. Like, it's in World of Warcraft, it's the Christmas event. Hey, okay, it's Christmas. It's not like
kill this saber-toothed tiger and get a fucking amulet of Gamathora for free.
I'm in the world of fucking Azeroth, How about we do like a World of Warcraft holiday, like a game, holiday that's in this world, Don't give me fucking Christmas. I get that every fucking second in December. Fucking Christmas. That's all you fucking see. Let me have an escape from fucking Christmas. Don't make me do more fucking Christmas.
I think there's a tirade against Christmas. Like,
it's tirade against every holiday that's not Halloween.
nice.
The only game that gets a pass on that aspect is the Secret World, because the Secret World is set in our world. So in their world, they have Christmas, they have Halloween, they have New Year's. So they get a pass on being unimaginative in that, because that is part of their world.
Yeah.
But you have all these other games, EverQuest. They're all, if they might not call it Christmas, but it's fucking Christmas, and it pisses me off. There's not a whole lot.
Your face is turning red and you're sweating really hard. Like, don't fucking stroke out on us.
They turned the game into a fucking grind fest. You feel like you have to get this because it'll be the only year you'll be able to get this certain item, even if it is only a slight variation of other items you got for previous years. So if you want to have that item, you gotta, like I said, grind your ass off or pay your ass off for whatever goodie boxes shit they sell at this time of year. And I mean, there's not a whole lot more I can say about that. It's just really fucking shitty, unimaginative, cash grabby, and just...
If they don't already try to fuck you out of your money hard enough on Christmas, the game world has to get their slice of it too.
Holidays, especially Christmas, are lasting longer and longer every year, which means these shitty fucking events last longer and longer every year. It means eventually, like, the whole fucking year is going to be holiday events. And this is going to require people to sit their entire fucking lives and waste away in their chairs and die from fucking diabetes and Doritos.
Diabetes and Doritos.
Yes. A lot of people
Classic combination.
A lot of people die of Doritos. Dorito poisoning. But, that's the people who don't die from that shit are going to get pissed about this shit when the government bans video games because of this shit. So they're going to rise up and, like, take down the government and just install, like, an autocracy where the person who's ground the most and has the biggest fucking shoulder pads rules all of us.
God damn.
So fuck these things. Fuck shitty holiday events. Let's do something better.
17 Fridays until Christmas.
Fuck. Fucking hate Christmas.
Make him open another beer.
So that's my rage rant.
So, fuck that.
Yeah,
Route
fuck
them out.
shitty game holiday events.
Is there anything you want to... Oh, go ahead.
So they're going to be the death of us all.
Shit. Terrible. What a terrible world.
If the diabetes and Doritos don't get you, the fucking...
The jingle bells will.
Yeah, the autocracy government will.
Shoulder pads rule all.
It will.
One man to rule them all with shoulder pads the size of a fucking boat trailer.
Well, I rate it 24 hours a day for 12 weeks straight to get these shoulder pads. My name's Blitzbane.
I wish people could have seen you push your glasses up like that.
My name's Blitzbane. 1998. I'm the ruler of the world.
I'm an MMA fighter because I grinded for 36 days.
My dick fell off from lack of circulation.
He's probably like fused to his chair now. Him and his chair have become one.
He's like the old...
like fucking Mojo off of X-Men.
Well, like the old rulers in England, like they bathe and change clothes so seldom, like their clothes grafted into their skin. They died with the same clothes on.
Oh, God. He died with the fashion sense of a 1940-year-old man. 1940-year-old. What the fuck? 1940s man. Never mind. Is there anything else we want to talk about before we get into the topic? Fuck, we're only like 24 minutes in. We're doing a very rushed together episode tonight because
there's some updates on Good Ole Game Fest.
We do have, yeah. Good Ole Game Fest updates. Me and Brandon went and measured the room and everything yesterday. It is happening September 26th for sure.
Is it going to be in the small room or the big room?
It's going to be in a double room, side room.
Nice.
We want to do a big room, but we're looking at like $1,200.
Yeah.
And we ain't got enough stuff to like, to fill out that auditorium. If this does
good, I think the first thing we're going to do with the proceeds is reserve the auditorium for next year.
Yeah, maybe do like a big one, like a winter one or something. I was thinking maybe like first quarter, if we could do a big one, like maybe March, something like that. Or whenever, I don't know. We'll see. But so far, we're gonna have a really big console, estimating like 16 different retro consoles. We're gonna TVs, each one will be hooked up. We're gonna rotate the games out hourly. Gonna do like a free screen of the King of Kong earlier. It's gonna start at 10 a.m.
Yep.
Go till 11. Tournaments be placed
11 p.m. It's
p.m.
Like long.
Just 1 hour only. So show up or miss it forever. But we're gonna start the tournaments. The tournaments be like placed throughout the day, but the big one will be the Smash Bros. Tournament, and that'll be later on in the evening.
7, 8 probably.
Yeah, that and the Mortal Kombat X tournament be toward the evening. Gonna have a couple arcades, got a Donkey Kong machine, couple bar top MAME cabinets. Hopefully gonna have a Space Invaders cabinet there. Gonna have some vendor stuff. If any of our listeners, if you're interested in setting up like a vendor table and selling just some retro goods, anything that's involved like retro gaming, no magic cards, none of that shit. But
we ain't got room for it.
We ain't got room for it this year. Anything like retro gaming related, get in touch with Brandon or I. We got a couple.
We do
tables
have very
left.
limited space. So.
Yeah, we only got a couple tables left, so. By the time y'all hear this, they might be filled up. So if they are, just disregard everything I just said.
You're welcome to bring shit to trade and wheel and deal on your own. But
oh yeah, most definitely. We're going to encourage people if they got stuff they want to swap and trade to bring, and y'all can you can do that on your own.
Try not to bring more than a backpack full, just because room.
We are going to have rules in place.
Yeah.
You wanna lay on them what the rough idea for the rules are?
Yeah, no kids 12 and under without a parent.
No fucking kids.
We're not.
That's a rule.
Well, mine's gonna be there. So.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be there too, so they're obeying the rule. And they know if they destroy any consoles, I will kill them. I will strangle them with a controller.
I'll send my kids to an early grave.
I brought you into this world in a burst of passion. I'll take you out of it the same way.
Threatening your children. Nothing like it. But
yeah, in the room, no alcohol, smoking, vaping, any of that.
No fucking vaping, because I know you fucks that vape think you're above the rules of smoking.
Yeah.
So
you see no smoking, you pulled it out like, I'm special. I'm not technically smoking.
Yeah.
But you are. Fuck you. Go outside and do that shit.
Jackson's one of those people.
I haven't vaped in like 2 months.
Have you not?
Uh-uh.
I'm glad, because last time you come over, my whole house smelled like a mocha fucking frappuccino.
You say that like it's an awful thing.
Do what?
You say it like it's an awful thing.
I don't enjoy it.
Don't be an unsavory butthole or we'll kick you out.
Yeah. If you're like these machines, all the consoles, all the arcade units. The arcade units aren't ours. Maybe one of them might be, but a couple of them ain't. The consoles and stuff.
It's all
ours.
personal property.
Yeah,
we're not some
come in,
big ass conglomerate that just.
We are totally cool for you coming in, being chilled back. Do whatever it is you do. We're fine with that. Cool with you coming in, playing the games, making rounds, playing all day long. That's fine. But if you come in, you got a shit attitude. You start throwing, if you do any damage to anything, your ass will be gone. Period. Yeah.
Don't be.
We got a lot of money we're sinking in this, and we're not going to fuck around with somebody that has no respect for shit that isn't theirs. Period.
Thieves will be beaten, stabbed, stomped,
thieves will be
to the highest extent of the law.
Will be drawn and quartered, pretty much. We will have 4 Priuses to pull you apart in the parking lot.
Zangief may be there, and he may crush you between thighs like Sparrow's egg.
Yeah. Blanka may take your ass down to Electric Avenue. Yeah. You never fucking know.
Don't be a dick to people. If you start shit, you're out of there. I don't care the reasons. I just don't fucking care. I don't have the tolerance for it.
Talk shit, get hit.
Yeah.
Are they making you guys get a rent-a-cop for the?
No.
Mm-mm. Cool.
No, we're gonna. We ain't gonna need a cop. I don't expect it neither, but main reason I wanted to set some rules in place is me and Emra went to the bowling alley the other night because they have a Donkey Kong, Mario, and Pac-Man machine there. Well, I wanted to go play some Donkey Kong, and these little shits that their parents weren't fucking watching were up there on the pool table, and they took the corner caps out of the pool table, out where the ball sinks down in the pocket, like the little metal ring, that sets on the corners or whatever. They took those out and were slinging the cue ball against them as hard as they could, and like bouncing the cue ball off the table. They almost hit Emerald in the leg twice. Man. Emma turned around and was like, if one of you little shits hit me with that fucking cue ball, she's like, I'm going to find your parents. You're going to be in a buttload of shit. And they were just, and then they got like a motorcycle riding game, and these little brats are like both sitting on this motorcycle and slamming this thing side to side, like a ride.
Yeah, I've seen kids do that.
And, just fucking shit up. And, like, we're not going to have that. The first instance, like I said, you're under 12, sorry, but you need your parent there. If the parent doesn't want to play the games, we'll let them in for free, I figure. Yeah. Because I don't see some lady sitting there, but if you want to play, you got to pay.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
If you drop your kid off and leave and they're a little shit, I will grab them by the ear, set them in the corner until you get back.
Yeah.
So
we're going to reserve the right to refuse service to anybody because, like I said, we got a lot of money in it and we can't have... And I don't think it's going to happen like this, but there's always those few to a crowd. There's going to be at least one. And I'm not risking
it's not,
having my shit tore up because your lack of parenting or the fact that you're even older people, if you're an immature dipshit, you'll be treated like an immature dipshit.
If you got game rage, leave it the fuck at home. Don't be breaking controllers and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not even just the money. I just fucking hate that shit. Like,
just be respectful of other people's shit. That's it. We're trying to throw something good, expose some people. They don't do this kind of shit around here, so we thought it'd be something cool to do, and we want you to have a good time. We don't want you to fucking be a buzzkill.
I'm just saying, I have seen the demoed like DSs and shit at Walmart and how they look. If your kid's one of them kids, don't fucking bring them.
Yeah. Word up. But September 26th.
Oh yeah, I wanted to mention the Pokemon tournaments.
Yes.
Red and Blue. The only rule, there's a few rules. Mew and Mewtwo are banned. There's a few moves that are banned. I'm gonna post that on Facebook. Basically, if you want a custom team, when I post this shit on Facebook, you need to sign up.
Yeah, we're doing Game Boy Pokemon tournament, like old school. So.
But you don't have to bring your Game Boy. It's being emulated on my PC. So that way there's no cheating. Everyone's on fairgrounds.
I'd love to play... Or go ahead, I'm sorry. I'll
say if you pre-register, you can make your own custom team of any Pokemon besides Mew and Mewtwo. Only one of each any one Pokemon. So... and each evolution is a different Pokemon. So if you want a Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard, that's fine. You just can't have Charizard. You got so one of any one Pokemon. No Mew or Mewtwo. Like I said, the moves I'll list later that are banned. You can't repeatedly put Pokemon to sleep because it'll drag out the fucking tournament.
Is there going to be any Pokemon Snap?
That might be on the console.
I might throw some Pokemon Snap on there if you just want to take some pictures of little fuckers or something.
Yeah.
I might throw that on there.
That might be in the console area.
I've got my N64 with that game.
Now, N64 is something that we didn't talk about when we started playing this. Brandon brought it up, and I think it might be cool. We talked about if we can get enough interest, maybe doing a GoldenEye tournament.
Yeah.
Like, if we can get enough people in on that.
I know a lot of people like that game, so... We might. Well, we're probably for these tournaments that we don't know what the interest is. We'll probably have sign-up sheets there.
Yeah, and depending on how many people filled out.
Like if we might have it. We got 20 entries, we'll start the tournament, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Pokemon tournament's been $5. If you want a custom team, pre-register. If not, I'm gonna make 4 or 5 pre-made teams that you can pick while you're there. They're gonna be good teams too. I'm gonna pick like the best ones that did in tournaments. And you can choose from those.
Pokemon and probably like Nidhogg, Brawlhalla will be like the lower cost tournaments. And then Smash Brothers, Mortal Kombat probably 10 entry. The Mario Speedrun and Sega Bass Fishing tournaments, they'll just be $2 per entry because at the end of the day we'll just take the best, whoever done the best out of everybody will get the prize designated.
For the Pokemans, if we get enough pre-registration or interest in it, I'm gonna get the original 8 gym badges, and that's gonna be one of the first place prizes.
Nice.
It'll be pretty sweet.
We're working on the Sega bass fishing prize now. It's gonna be something unique and cool as shit. But see, check it. We legit on that. Mario Speedrun prize, I'm thinking about trying to get a Retron 1 and give away like a NES the newer made NES consoles.
That'd be sweet. Yeah, we were talking about the Sega Bass Fishing Tournament. We thought it'd be awesome if we could hack a Big Mouth Billy Bass to turn around and say, Cuckolding.
Yeah. Good Ole Gamers presents Cuckolding.
Well, I think that about wraps it up as far as Good Ole Game Fest.
Yeah, there's more shit coming soon. We're about almost 2 months away, and we're still in the green lit stages.
Blow it out your ass.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
fuck
blow
you
it out
too.
your ass.
Well, I guess we're going to get into tonight's topic.
Let's do it to it.
We're going to talk about platformers. What you know about platformers? I know you've played some old fucking games, Jackson.
I have. What is the technical term of a platform?
Mario is a platformer.
Okay.
Games like that.
Do you jump from platform to platform in it? Then it's probably a platform.
Okay.
Did you know, though, the first side-scrolling platformer didn't come out first?
Really?
Yeah. Like, they consider platformers just games where you went to different screens. Like, originally, Donkey Kong, Miner 249er was one on Atari, shit like that. But a game called Jump Bug actually introduced the side-scrolling element to platformers. Come out 5 months after Donkey Kong did. That's just random.
Yeah.
What's some of your favorite platformers, Brandon?
Well, do we want to go over the random stuff first, or do we want to go ahead and get the big one out of the way?
We might as well get the big one out of the way, because, I mean, it's been prevalent.
The platformer.
I mean, it did set the standard for platformers after it was released.
Mario.
Yeah, Super Mario Bros. Man, the quintessential.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the entry point game for
That's
most
just
everybody.
The be all end all of video games.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that is the video game.
That's the first thing you think of when you think of Nintendo, usually. I mean,
Yeah, a lot of people don't
when you
even
think of video games.
Yeah, because a lot of people still look at Xbox,
That's
especially now.
Nintendo.
You got one of them Nintendo systems. Like, yep.
Yeah.
you got that Mario on there.
Mario was so fucking good, and still this day, I still speedrun the shit out of it. Still love to play it.
I don't speedrun it, but I do love it.
Mario 2.
It holds a place in my heart.
Yeah, I mean, just because, like we said earlier, that was our Mario game, our Mario 2 here, and I just always, I never understood the fact that it was Doki Doki Panic redone when I was a kid, and I was just always like, why in the fuck is Mario pulling turnips out of the ground? And
to me, it was just a really weird Mario, which at that point, there's only like one other Mario, so, there's not a whole lot of reference to go by.
I do like how at the end of it, they explain the randomness by Mario's having a dream.
Yeah, I remember that.
I thought that was really cool.
I always loved Peach on that game because her little float. Her and Luigi were like the best.
Luigi's legs would just run in the air and he would float. Super Mario 3, though, man, was a motherfucking game changer.
Pinnacle of Mario, I think.
Yeah. Mario 3 or Super Mario World, in my opinion. Like, Mario 3 was, though, just, amazing.
It was.
Many hours of childhood on that fucking game.
I guess the big question is, would you guys fuck Peach?
I might lay into it.
I'd probably fuck Peach.
I don't know, dude. I'm more of a Daisy. Daisy kind of guy.
Yeah, I could say it.
I like Daisy.
I mean, they were like the same person with different hair color.
Yeah.
I mean, you get one, you get them both if you buy some hair dye.
You got a point.
Both of them at the same time, why not?
Trouble in the Mushroom Kingdom. And by mushroom, I mean my dick.
Was Yoshi's gender ever revealed? Does Yoshi have a...
He lays
gender?
eggs, so it has to be female.
He's probably going to do a Vanity Fair cover before too long and reveal that to everybody. Yoshi's going to be a tranny.
Call me Yoshlin.
Yoshlin? Super Mario World, though, was good. What do you think about, since you're talking about Yoshi? What about Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2?
Love it.
I don't ever remember playing Yoshi's Island. I played the fuck out of Yoshi's
The only complaint anybody that's ever played that game's got is crying baby Mario. Because you play, like...
It didn't bother me that much as a kid. It might bother me now.
I might have played this.
It's pretty good.
It's a great fucking game.
I actually liked Yoshi... Is it Yoshi's Island 64? Or is Yoshi's Story?
I think it's your
Yoshi's Story. That's what I say. My memory is blocked by Yoshi's Story because that's like...
Yoshi's Story was fun, too.
Out of Super Mario Bros. Or anything, or Zelda, I played Yoshi's Story the most out of all of it.
Yoshi's Story is really good.
Game.
It's platformer.
Yeah.
So...
But yeah, Yoshi's Island, I think it was the first one that incorporated the Mario 2 enemies and stuff, right? Since Mario 2?
Yeah, it was. The Shy Guys and the... Yeah, you're right. You're right. Platformers, that's a broad term. Like, would y'all consider, like, Contra and shit be a platformer, too? Shooter platformer?
Yeah.
I guess more like a subgenre, right?
Yeah.
What about Joust?
The platforming in Contra is an afterthought.
Can an arcade game
Joust could kind of constitute like a platformer.
So an arcade game can be a platformer?
Well, yeah, Donkey Kong's platformer.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much anything where your basic function is jump and move.
Yeah.
You can...
I think the best 3D platformer is still Mario 64.
Mario 64 was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I know I've told the story before, but I'm going to bore you all to fucking death with it again. When I was a young lad, there was a video store where my parents, down the road from where they live, they would get in Japanese consoles and games and shit. Like, they had a son that was all into, like, the import scene, and they would order that shit. So I got to actually play Nintendo 64, Mario 64, like a year before it come out in America. And, dude, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing because it was all in Japanese, but I wore blisters on my hands with, like, the analog stick on that thing.
I was about to say, is that the first console other than arcades that had, like, an analog joystick type thing?
I think 64 actually was the first controller because, if I'm not mistaken, DualShock didn't come out until after.
That's right.
Yeah, it didn't.
Because, the first PlayStation controllers didn't have analog sticks at all.
No, they just had the D-pad.
I'm pretty sure 64 was the first one with a analog stick on it.
Yeah.
The primitive ass.
Yeah.
Get the white powder around the edges.
Yeah. Would lose its spring after, like a year of use.
Random thing, there's a mod you can get now where you can mod in a GameCube analog stick on the N64 controller, and it's fucking sweet.
That's cool. Good. I like the GameCube one.
But, Mario 64 was so fucking amazing. That was like... that's what jump-started 3D platforming big time.
Even though 3D platformer never went really far as in terms of good games, there's a lot of shitty ones.
Oh, yeah, dude. 64 in particular, like, you remember Chameleon Twist?
Oh, God, yeah.
I actually like that game, though.
I didn't care for it.
But it's actually getting to be a costly game now.
Huh.
Believe it or not.
I guess it's somewhat of a platformer, but I really liked Silicon Valley.
Oh, Space Station Silicon Valley. Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, that has a lot of platforming elements, too. I don't know if you consider it 100% a platformer, but...
Did you ever play Jumping Flash on the PlayStation?
Did not.
Or on PlayStation. There was 1 and 2, you played a little robot rabbit, and you could jump real high, and it was kind of set up like, you know how the planets are on Super Mario Galaxy?
Yeah.
Where you can run. It's kind of like that, but you hop on platforms around the planet. And you just... it's hard to explain, but that's how you get past the level, is collecting items off all these tall-ass platforms you jump to.
I had something you mentioned that I was going to bring up is Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. They were pretty good games if you haven't played them.
I agree. Dude, a lot of... I didn't get into them until recently. And, dude, they're fucking fun, man.
Mm-hmm. My only complaint is sometimes the Galaxy... I guess you call it the Galaxy feature is awkward. Like, how basically every little blob is its own planet with center gravity.
Yeah.
It does get awkward as shit, especially when like the camera's here and you're running around the back of something and it basically reverses your controls at that point compared to what you're seeing.
Yeah.
But
what did you think of Super Mario Sunshine?
I thought it was a turd. I didn't like it.
You didn't like Super Mario Sunshine? I actually liked it alright.
I haven't heard of any of these.
Well... What the fuck do you know?
Lord of the Rings, man. GameCube,
Not really a
the Two
platform.
Towers on GameCube. Not a platform, but kind of
Platformer, not a
platformer.
It's not a platform for you to play on. Some of
I thought we were about to get into some Lord of the Rings lore, like the Entwives and shit.
Show him.
That's badass. That is badass. Describe that, Law.
Our good friend Jackson here has the actual ring of
Black speak
Speak.
from the Ring of Power around my belly button.
That's pretty
If
awesome.
you put your fucking finger in his belly button, you turn invisible. You can't see him now.
Where'd he go?
He's
See the
gone.
headphones?
Oh, there he is.
You should look at my back windshield whenever you head out.
Alright.
I've got
Sweet.
a big Mordor mural on the back of my windshield.
Do you live Oak Ridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, small fucking world,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we just had a little fucking.
I feel
Yeah.
like we're closer now. We're
Yeah, I
bonding.
know.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all should be closer.
We will be soon.
Y'all should human centipede each other. Just go mouth to ass now.
Let me take some blue pills.
Zippity pop.
Yeah.
Boogeyman was the pokey and the man in the thing with the guy comes out of the thing and he makes the fall out the side.
Oh, goddamn.
I love you, Cosby. Long
What-
time.
Yeah, he would love you long time, actually,
He
for
would.
just like a night, an evening.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with rape
I couldn't
women.
remember, so it don't matter.
Would you consider the Mega Man games platformers? Because they
Yes.
got some mega platforming elements.
I would.
Dude, I love the Mega Man games, even though they're so fucking stupid difficult.
See, I never got into it.
Jackson, of course, don't know shit. Hey, you're here for fucking moral support.
I am.
I played the first one, and it was like overwhelmingly difficult. And
It is very hard.
and I've always heard that the second one plus is like mainly the second one is like the best one, really.
Yeah, the second one they fix all the wonky shit from the first one.
I never gave it a chance as a kid, and I go back and play it now, and it's just I don't know. I guess because I never really played it as a kid, it doesn't speak to me. It doesn't have that pull.
No, the Mega Man X series. Did you got anything
I
for that?
passed over Mega Man after the first one.
You should check out the
Ass
Mega
up.
Man X series because it adds that 16-bit element to the
Yeah.
old Mega Man, and that helps it out greatly, I think.
And I didn't care for the bad guys either. They're so fucking random. Like, here's fucking Lampshade Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Dust Man! Vacuum Cleaner Man!
Minor Inconvenience Man.
Fourth grade teacher man. Not good. I like the Mega Man series though.
I ain't got nothing against them.
I've
don't
never
know.
It's not
played
your
them.
thing. Okay, you want to talk about an obscure platformer? How about one I know you like? How about Yo Noid?
Yanoid, best platformer ever.
Ooh,
Love
wow. Ooh, I do like Yo Noid, but it is
Name one platformer that has a pizza eating contest.
none.
Yeah, Yanoid does.
Whatever happened to Yo Noid? You think? Is he like living on the fucking island of misfit
he got
like characters?
He got fired because the whole Noid guy thing happened. Where the psycho whose last name was Noid thought the whole Yo Noid shit was making fun of him, so he like took Domino's pizza guys hostage, and they just kind of buried it after that.
Nice. Sucks be worker at Domino. You still work at Dom? No, you work.
I
at,
don't. I don't work either of them.
Ah, you worked at Pizza Hut.
I've worked at both
Pizza Slut.
for about the same amount of
How
time.
about some fucking DuckTales?
Oh, dude, DuckTales was so fucking good.
Yes, it was.
That is one of my favorite
If you like
NES
DuckTales,
platformers.
I really recommend the remake. It's awesome.
I still haven't. I've never played the remake.
It's good.
Never played the game, but I watched the show.
Show's good too.
DuckTales. Woo! The danger lurks behind you.
Was there ever a Darkwing? Was there ever a Darkwing Duck game?
Yes, there actually is a Darkwing Duck game.
Yeah.
There's a Darkwing Duck game for NES
I played
and
the
TurboGrafx 16.
Wasn't there an SNES one? Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe. I know there's an NES one, and the TurboGrafx one sucks shit, I know.
Darkwing Duck was like my first superhero ever that I looked up to. Like, I used
Darkwing
to like
Duck
try
was
to dress.
cool.
I was like a kid and I used to try to dress up like him.
What was the bad guy's name that had the electrical plug on his head? Do you remember him? He looked like Goofy.
Yeah.
He had like the orange outfit and the socket on his head.
I don't know.
Yeah, but y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
DuckTales. Did you ever play DuckTales 2?
I did not.
Ultra rare game
Yeah.
now, like worth a buku of money.
Yes, it is.
Dude, Chippendale Rescue Rangers on
Yeah.
NES was a fucking great platformer.
Yeah, it was.
I love the shit out of it.
That's one I never really got to play as a kid, though, because I don't know where I rented games from had it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that sucks to be you, man.
it does that to be me for many reasons.
You should have.
Like I can't get it up.
You know they make pills for that, right?
I know they do. I use them to good use.
Oh my god. Well, we're steering in a dark direction. Let's get back on track here.
Yep.
Pitfall, Atari 2600.
Yeah.
That is like the classic
Yeah.
platformer.
The later iterations, not so much.
Nah, what was it? I got the one for Sega CD, the
Mayan Adventure?
the Mayan Adventure, something. Yeah, no bueno.
Sonic Knuckles. That's probably my favorite Sonic game on the Genesis.
I really like Sonic and Knuckles.
Knuckles was my favorite Sonic character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fact that he could like glide
Yeah.
and climb shit, man. With
Plus
his
his name
knuckles.
is Knuckles. That's way more badass.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, Sonic, he just kind of... Poor Sega just led him to the fucking punji pit, didn't they?
Yeah. Sonic Adventure is still like the last good Sonic game they made, in my opinion.
Yeah. I like Sonic Adventure too.
Yeah.
Pretty well too. What about the old Mickey Mouse games, like Castle of Illusion on Genesis? Did you ever play it?
I did not.
Oh, man.
I played very few Genesis games back in the day.
Castle of Illusion on Genesis is a fucking great platformer.
Just working out.
Just dancing.
Yeah.
I might have had to rock a piss, to be honest.
Well, we can do that. You want to pause it real
Yeah.
quick?
Piss break.
We're back.
We had a good piss.
We had
Yes,
to,
we did.
We all had to make urinate. But back on the subject of platformers,
Yep.
Donkey Kong Country, dude.
Yes. DK2 was my favorite by far.
I'm gonna probably catch shit for this, but I've never played DK2 or 3.
Huh.
Never.
Wow. It's almost impressive.
I own the first one, and I've beaten it several times, but never.
This mechanic of swapping out with Diddy Kong, it was great.
Well, it was Dixie Kong, right?
That's the third one.
The third one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the female though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's
Second-
the other one?
The second one was Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong.
I thought the second one was Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong, and then the third one was Dixie Kong and that other.
I don't know. I know Dixie Kong's in 3. I don't know the other one. So I don't think I've played 3. But the second one is Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong.
Nice. I didn't know that. I played Donkey Kong Land on Game Boy. It's pretty faithful to the Donkey Kong Country.
Is it palatable?
Kinda.
Okay.
You gotta stare at it really hard. It kind of looks like one of them things. It's like if you blur your eyes, you see the image.
Is that a monkey or a piece of dust?
I can't tell. It's a dust monkey.
Spyro. Spyro was rocking.
Is it Year of the Dragon or Age of the Dragon?
Year of the Dragon.
Year of the
pretty sure.
Dragon, man. That was
Spyro was
shit.
badass.
Yeah.
I was a big fan. That was some of those real good PlayStation platformers that come out at the time.
Was that a platformer?
3D platformer.
Okay.
About the same time as like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot series really good. Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped was actually my favorite. I love that game. I still own it. Jersey Devil. Did you ever play it?
Never played that.
Jersey Devil's a really fun platformer.
What's it about?
You play as the Jersey Devil, and it's like they make, he's a cartoon version of himself. But
You make any rape?
no, you don't make rape. You just you defeat little ghouls and collect items. Your standard platform affair. I don't really remember any details about the story or anything because it's literally been like 15 years since I've played it. But It's fun. I remember you got like a little, you can throw shit and you got like a little tail whip maneuver you can do. It's good.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I know this is a big favorite for a lot of people. Banjo-Kazooie.
Dude, I've never got into either one of them.
I've played
I
that
never-
game, but I don't remember anything about it.
I never played Banjo-Tooie, but Banjo-Kazooie I played a good bit.
Alex was asking me if I'd played them. Alex just bought that new rare collection that just came out for Xbox One, and it has Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts on it.
If I had to pick a runner-up for best 3D platformer on N64, it'd be Banjo-Kazooie.
Really?
It was good.
I owned it, but I never got into it. Like, I mean, it's not terrible. I ain't saying that at all. What about Conker's Bad Fur Day?
I think that's a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah, I didn't think Conker. I mean, it's funny and it's crude and all, but it's not that great of a game. I didn't think. Like some of the platforming elements in it are really fucking hard to execute. Like some of the jumps and shit.
The gameplay aspect of it isn't what it's known for. It's the humor.
Yeah. But it's just, it suffers from that a lot of 3D platformers, especially like PlayStation 64 era, got major fucking camera issues.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a common stigma with the early 3D platformers.
We've kind of moved on past it, but my favorite, both for comedy and for gameplay, Earthworm Jim 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah, man.
Groovy.
Earthworm Jim was fucking awesome. Dude, and like the graphics when that come out, it was like playing a cartoon, dude.
Yeah, they're great fucking graphics.
So smooth and shit.
And every time you beat a level, you gotta sit there and go,
Groovy.
That was on Dreamcast, wasn't it?
Groovy.
no.
No. Play the failure tone. Fuck Jackson. No, they didn't.
Was that game ever on Dreamcast?
Nope.
I don't think
Are
so.
you sure?
It's only been a Nintendo game.
Was Earthworm Jim 3D on Dreamcast?
N64.
I swear to God, I played that game on
N64
Dreamcast.
and PC.
And it barely got any kind of sales at all because it came out about the time the 64 died, didn't it?
Yeah, and I kind of think Earthworm Jim 3D was one of those games they kind of knew they had a turd, and I don't think they didn't push it very hard.
They didn't
at
polish
all.
it up. It was a turd. I just kind of pretend that game don't exist.
Dude, Earthworm Jim was. I'm glad you brought that up. Those were really fucking good.
This the fucking
To this
humor
day,
in
they're
them,
still. Yeah, man. What was the boss of the first one? Mean, pulsating.
She was the boss in both of them, I believe.
Was she? I can't remember. It's something like something pulsated queen slug for a butt for a slug or slug for a butt. Something
Queen
like
slug
that.
for a butt. Even the
Sacro.
cartoons, if you can get a hold of the cartoons, fucking worth watching. They're funny. Like, even to me as an adult.
Jim.
Yeah. It's something I downloaded and I got my stepson watching. My daughter likes it too. It's just
What was his sidekick's name? Snot?
Snot and Peter Puppy.
Peter Puppet. Dude, fuck the Peter Puppy level where you gotta whip his little ass across the gaps and defend him from the meteorites shit.
Yep.
Because one fuck up, he turns into that big hulking
Anytime
beast.
he got hit, he would turn into a gigantic, raging beast of a hound and just
With rabies.
destroy you. Like 3 or 4 times, it would kill you.
He'd carry your ass right off stage and just fucking destroy you.
And then on the second one, instead of that, it had a level where Sacro, which looks like this solid black astronaut crow, humanoid crow, he was in like this multi-tiered doghouse, and he would throw puppies out, and he had to bounce them across the stage into like a safe area with a big ass marshmallow. And if you let any of them fuckers drop, even just one, Peter Puppy would come out
And fuck your shit
fuck
up.
your shit up. He'd turn into this gigantic rage beast and just rape you. So it was very hectic.
They just did a HD remaster of Earthworm Jim, I think.
Yeah, it was like a few years ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you can get it on the Xbox, and there might be a PC version. I know that the Steam version of the original games, do not fucking get them. Just emulate them.
Really?
I bought them because, I saw it was like Earthworm Jim, and it was on sale for $3 for both of them. I was like, fuck yeah. And they barely fucking run, no controller support. So I'm like, what the fuck happened there?
I've been really wanting to find a copy of Earthworm Jim CD on Sega CD because they said that's like the definitive light version just because, being CD format, they said you thought it run good on SNES and Genesis. It runs like so much smoother. I think it's pretty hard to come by though.
Yeah, I really like that game on Dreamcast.
I bet you did.
That was my favorite.
I'm pretty sure. You liked Mario 64 on Dreamcast?
Yeah, I did. And Halo 1.
Yeah, I forgot that Halo
speaking
1.
of Dreamcast, Jet Set fucking Radio.
Dude, I love Jet Set Radio.
I would consider that kind of.
You never played it, did you? You play as an inline skater that skates around town and tags shit with spray paint cans.
Yeah, and the
so it's like Tony Hawk Skater, what, 1 or 2 or 3?
Yeah,
or 4
kind
or 5
of.
or 6.
You got like magnetized inline skates, and you can stick to like metal poles and grind and jump real far and shit.
You have cops and SWAT teams coming after you all the time. That's awesome.
It's like British style cops. They all got clubs and just like blah 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 blah.
But with that
British
bobbies stuff too.
Oh yeah, dude, I forgot about
They gas you and all kinds of stuff, tase you. But yeah, Jet Set Radio. I mean, I didn't care for the music, but it fit the game very well.
I still have Jet Set Radio somewhere. I never played Jet Set Future.
I never did either. Jet Set Radio is fucking awesome. If you like any kind of 3D platformer and haven't played it, play Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Dude, what about... this is a hit or miss. What about Tomb Raider, though? I liked the Tomb Raider series when it first came out, man.
I played I don't know which one it was, but I played it on PlayStation 1, and it was pretty good.
1, 2, and 3 were out on PlayStation 1.
I think my favorite thing to do on Tomb Raider, and I think is the original one.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
You go to the obstacle course in your mansion, and then swan dive off.
Yes. You're the one that showed me that. I figured out in the second one you got the butler. And I figured out, that butler follows you around everywhere.
Yeah.
And we figured out in the second one you could lock his ass in the freezer. And I would always just go to Laura's house and just lure this old man in the freezer, lock him in there, and then immediately walk to the balcony and living room, swan dive off and break her neck. It'd be like a murder-suicide scene by the time the fucking police got there. The Tomb Raider game is pretty fun, though.
Yeah, I liked how it was one of the first games that really combined some more difficult puzzle elements with platforming. And the gunplay, I didn't like the gunplay in those games, but the platforming and puzzle was pretty awesome.
Dude, the motherfucking Shinobi series.
Yeah.
You could consider that platform. There's a lot of those levels, involve trudging up buildings and shit. Love the Shinobi series, man. Own all 3 of them.
Never got into them.
Oh, they're so good. Especially Shinobi 3 and Shadow Dancer. Fucking excellent.
I got a real oddball. Mirror's Edge.
Oh, nice.
I liked Mirror's Edge a lot.
Did you hear they dropped a video today for the new one.
Yeah.
And they said it's more of a reboot.
Yeah.
Dude, Mirror's Edge, that was a breathtaking game, man.
Yes,
some of them times you jump them gaps and look down, you'd just be holding your breath with the player pretty much.
For those who don't know, Mirror's Edge was I'd almost describe it as a parkour game.
Yeah.
You played this female who's, I guess she's some kind of spy, I believe. I beat the game, but I don't remember. But you're basically running from all these authority figure type people. And you were basically running from building to building this whole time, going through obstacles in first-person view, sprinting your ass off, sliding here and there. Occasionally you'd have shitty gunplay. I didn't care for the gunplay in the game, but the graphics were fucking beautiful. They still hold up to this day, and that's a fairly old game at this point.
Yeah, I think Mirror's Edge came out, 2007?
Something like that.
It came out at the beginning of the PS3 and 360. Yeah, Mirror's Edge, it still holds up, man. It's fucking appealing to look at.
Yeah, and it's just fun. It's the only first-person platformer I fucking know of. Do you know of any other ones?
No, not just right.
There's plenty of games that incorporate some platforming element, but I would consider Mirror's Edge a true platformer.
Dude, I was hoping to go pick up a copy of Bubsy 3D today for us to play for this, but probably regarded as the worst platformer in history.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of experience with it because it's such a turd.
Me neither.
What about Super Meat Boy?
Super Meat Boy is fucking awesome, dude. I completely
If you got
forgot
a
about
PC
that.
or any like 360 and above modern console, get it. It's a old school kind of 2D platformer, but instead of having like a series of levels like you normally would where you progress, like it's almost like obstacle courses, I'd say, where it gives you infinite lives to retry over and over and over to try and beat these levels. And
they get ridiculous.
Yes, they get really fucking ridiculous. And what's cool though, when you beat it, it'll show you all your replays happen at once. So
Nice.
you don't see yourself die like a million fucking times each
All at
time.
once.
Yeah, all at once.
Nice.
I had a really funny storyline. I can't remember it. I know it had some kind of evil scientist doctor guy steal your meat woman, I guess.
Yeah. There's actually a really good movie that's out that used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it is or
Is
not.
that Indie Game the movie?
Indie game movie, and it follows the two developers of Super Meat Boy when they're pushing
Yeah.
for the 360 launch.
Yeah, if you're looking for a new platformer, check out Super Meat Boy if you haven't yet.
Did you ever play Super Meat Boy on Retro City Rampage?
I did not.
I'll let you play it in a little bit. There's an arcade in there you can play, and it puns a Virtual Boy game because it's in black and red. And you play a Super Meat Boy like running down the road, and you'll have saw blades stuff come at you, and you have to like jump them and dodge obstacles. It's
That's
really
cool.
fun. A game that fucking drives me nuts. It's a platformer. Cloudberry Kingdom on PS3.
Yeah. Hey, you showed me that the other day.
My cousin taught me into buying this game. You can set the difficulty on this, and it literally looks like the most difficult game of all time. Because there will be like 400 things on screen at once moving up and down that will kill you if you
Lasers,
just slightly touch them.
dragons,
little bee-looking things, fireballs. And you can set it so difficult where there's literally like... If you're a nanosecond off pattern, you'll fucking die.
Yeah.
And it is frustrating as shit. I made it to level like 436. And it was so difficult I couldn't
Yeah, the
keep
graphics
going.
were really like flash gaming, I would say.
Yeah, it looks like something you play on Newgrounds.com
Yeah.
or some shit.
That's pretty
You
cool.
sit there smiling like a fucking donkey eating sawgrass.
I'm just laughing how you can. We're so close to the interstate that you can hear the semi trucks
Oh, yeah.
and the condenser.
Yeah.
I have one. I don't know if I kind of doubt y'all played any of these, but Trine 1, 2, and the upcoming third one.
Not a clue what that is.
Trine is awesome. The third one's gonna be full 3D, but 1 and 2 were 3D, but 2D side scrolling still. But Trine is about 3 heroes. There's like this fat failure of a night warrior guy. There's a like a really eccentric wizard guy, and then there's basically a Tomb Raider type rogue lady.
Yeah.
And you basically went through all these platforming challenges, and you could swap through all 3 of them whenever you wanted to on the fly. So, you know, you would be able to overcome different obstacles by swapping through them and using their different powers. Like the wizard would always make like this big ass cube thing that you could put somewhere to either trip levers or make a place to jump off of, or, you know, fuck with enemies. The knight was basically your go-to combat guy. And the rogue lady, she had like a harpoon. She could do more Parker type stuff. But man, if you want a modern platformer, try 1 and 2. And the upcoming third one's really good. I played the beta of it. Check out Trine 1, 2, and 3.
Trine?
Trine.
Like trying?
No, Trine as in...
Trian?
no, Trine as in Trine, as in like the
Oh,
singular...
Trine.
Singular of a trinity.
I thought you were just saying Tron.
Because there's 3 characters.
I thought you were saying trying, and I was like, is it going to be a game that you're just like, I'm trying to fucking beat this? Like,
No.
it's so difficult. God has forsaken me.
It's named after the 3 characters that you get to play.
Very nice. Have you played the Shovel Knight games at all?
I haven't yet, because I haven't seen them go on sale for basically free. That's when I buy all my games.
I'm actually playing through a game on Xbox One now that's free to download this month. It's called So Many Me. You play as this little blob, and you work your way through the level, and you pretty much get cursed where you have multiple copies of yourself. There's like 5 of them, I think. Later on, you get up to 5. But you jump, and they all jump with you, but you're able to click a button while you're in air, and these ones will turn to bricks, and you'll just stick to them.
Huh.
So it's like you have to jump and like time your jumps and like turn ones back into blobs that'll float with you and turn them to a brick to progress across like long gaps and shit. It's like puzzle platformer.
Huh. That's cool.
It's so many meanings.
I've really been trying to think about a way to make a platformer that incorporates.
We should play that a little bit. Oh, that
like you could.
Is Braid like that?
Not what I'm thinking of. Like what I'm thinking of would be you would like go and flip like stand on a pressure switch, then time travel back in time while your future self was up there on the switch, and then you do it.
Holy shit, you just created an Inception sounding thing.
The way I've been thinking about it, though, like, from a programming standpoint, it would crash the fucking game. So, that Paradox is fucking with computers just as well as we do.
Yeah. We gotta try to invent a Good Ole Gamers game where it's like, Catfish is like in his 40s and he's just regretting all the mistakes he's made in life, and he finds a switch where you have to activate the switch and go back to a certain bad event that happened in his life and make things right. Oh, you know that time you drank too much Jack Daniels and you accidentally slapped Juanita? Well, go back and fix it.
I've got 2 games that have been loosely in the works I want to finish before I eventually move on to the bigger
New
better
game,
things.
yeah.
But I don't know if I'll ever finish those.
I would like to help still, whatever I could do.
It's very, very time consuming.
What do you program in?
C#.
So, y'all hear it. If y'all got any ideas, want to help Brandon make a game,
I need to put. I will have to take away some effort from the podcast to do it because it's very time consuming.
Yeah.
But one I've really been working on involves my kids. Like they'll do all the art, which is awesome because I suck at art. But it would feature them as the characters, and there would actually be some platforming elements to it and stuff.
That'd be awesome.
Action RPG.
I'd like to be the main character of a video game one day. That's kind of my life.
That's one of the things I thought about my kids. You know, that how many kids can say, "Hey, I got a video game made about me"?
Yeah,
that'd be
dude.
awesome.
That'd be kind of like there's a website. I have to look it up. I want to say it's retrozone.com. They make a bunch of like the new NES carts and shit, and they have personalized holiday games you can get for Christmas. Like last year, they had a Christmas.
God damn it!
Yep.
It comes back every time.
Well, they call it Xmas. If that makes you feel any better.
I don't care that it's Christmas or Xmas. I just care that I'm getting the shit shoved down my throat constantly.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry I mentioned that.
You're sorry.
Me,
Motherfuck.
I for one, kind of talk about Christmas.
I get it. God dang, does it never fucking end?
No.
Like Christmas.
Yes.
Hey man, I like Christmas movies. I can get into all the Christmas movies.
Y'all can hear me eating these goldfish. Listen. Yep.
Noise canceling. We'll take it out later. So fuck you.
Oh.
I said we leave it, along with the semi-trucks and the beer opening and the cigarette lightings and the...
The main thing is just the white noise. I don't care about all the other shit, but it's the white noise. The constant just psh.
Yeah. Well, you want to break away from our topic and
I think we about covered everything we're going to cover tonight.
Yeah, we could do more, but we'll save them because we got to have more material for episodes later. But you know what it's time for.
Yep. Shit. Or the shit.
Yep.
Tonight's, as I mentioned, I'm going to be going over digital card games. Tonight's is SolForge. I'm going to be using Infinity Wars as the gold standard because it's like my favorite so far. This is another Kickstarter game like Infinity Wars was. It's got a mobile app unlike Infinity Wars, but I highly recommend against it because mobile apps and card games don't mix. Because anything where you got to read tiny text and you're using a tiny screen, it don't go together.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like tapping and magnifying to know what cards do what because you can't fucking read it from the screen normally.
Like cars or cards?
Cards.
Okay.
Cards. Card games.
Okay.
Very simple gameplay, which is, I'd say that part's in its favor to a degree. Every turn in this game, you can play 2 cards out of your hand. cards are either spells or creatures. Creatures go onto the battlefield where you got 5 what they call lanes. Basically, you can put down 5 creatures and your opponent can put down 5 creatures opposing them. If and every turn those creatures go into combat. So the creatures facing another creature, they fight each other, deal each other damage, and maybe one will kill the other, or they both kill each other maybe. Any of them that are unopposed attack your opponent directly. And the goal is to bring your opponent's life from 100 down to 0. Pretty damn simple. There's no decking in this game or anything like that. Every turn you get 5 cards in your hand. You play your 2 cards or up to 2 cards, and then next turn you get 5 more cards. That actually plays against it in my opinion, because that means you can't set a hand up for future planning.
So you can't be real strategic.
You can't be extremely strategic with it because you don't know what you're going to get next. You can get kind of good ideas, but you can't plan ahead. You really can't. The art in the game is alright. It's not up to Infinity War's quality, I'd say. It's palatable. It's not amazing. You start off with 4 starter decks, which I thought was good. A lot of these games, you start off with like 1, and then you got to grind your ass off to get more. So 4 is a good number. It's 1 for each faction in the game. You get daily rewards in the game.
Your titties are sweating, Jackson.
That's sexy. His nipples are glistening.
I just had to point that out.
You get daily rewards for 1 for logging in, 1 for your first win, 1 for winning 3 games, and 1 for each online game up to 20 games. These rewards come in the form of silver coins that you can buy things from the digital store with. A booster pack in this digital store costs 5,000 silver coins. You get 1,000 just for logging in every day. So technically, if all you did is log in every day, you get a booster pack every 5 days. That's not too bad for just logging in. And now, I don't know how many you can get in total if you do all this shit every day, because I haven't had time to do it every day. But imagine you could probably get a booster pack every 2 to 3 days tops.
That's cool.
For playing for, not paying a fucking dime on it. It's got a healthy metagame from what I've seen. There's no one deck that's just destroying everything. So if you want to get into the competitive side of it, there's a lot of different ways you can go about it instead of having to conform to one single cookie cutter deck to compete. That's really all I got on it. I haven't been able to put a shitload of hours into it. It isn't exactly what I would play myself, but I'm going to say SolForge is the shit. It's a lot simpler of a card game than I would like it to be. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
It's maybe like a good entry point for somebody getting into that kind of game.
Yeah, it's got a few downsides to all of it, but overall it's a good game. So SolForge is the shit. If you're looking for a quick game that you can play in 10 minutes or less, that's probably your go-to card game.
Nice.
If you're looking for a card game you don't have to spend a dime on and be a bum, this is probably your game. Infinity Wars, you probably want to spend some money on it if you want to get into the competitive side on it. Games can last upwards of an hour because it's so in-depth and can last so long. So, yeah, it's different, but it's good. SolForge is shit.
Very good. Well, it's that point of the episode where my favorite, your favorite, everybody's favorite Russian wrestler has something to say. Uh-oh. Colin Zangief.
Yeah, alright, first, I'm going to go ahead and play last week's Blanka call to give everyone reference.
Yeah, Blanka called into Zangief last week with it sounded like a challenge kind of deal.
Yeah, so Blanka called us, and this is what he had to say.
Hello, this is Blanka from Brazil. I wanted to say, Zangief, you come on down and we will fight. I will take you down to Electric Avenue. Call me.
That bastard.
Zangief called in and he had to reply to it.
It is about time Blanka called me to have a rematch. Here is what I have to say to you, Blanka. I tried to find your phone number in phone book to call you, but the listing Little Green Bitch was unavailable. Zangief out.
And we got a question for Zangief. Austin Smith Ask Zangief. I have often wondered what happens to your victims after you've popped their skulls like water balloons and the glint of life has dwindled and faded from the recently expelled eyeballs. This leads me to my question. Would you consider yourself more of a dog person or a cat person, and why?
This is a very strange question. I have eaten both dog and cat, so I guess both taste equally well. You are maybe talking about Zangief's preferred pet. Oh, Zangief has bear that talks named Bubbles. I fight him, I ride him, sometimes I cuddle with him when the nights are cold and lonely, but that is a story for another day. As with the previous callers, I hope you die.
Well, there we got it from Zangief.
Thank you, Zangief.
Yeah, thank you. You'll be getting your next shipment of vodkas shortly.
We
got a call from Jackson. Not this Jackson, but
Jackson Brown.
Jackson Brown, not the famous artist either. The lonely pedestrian.
Hey, this is Jackson Brown. I was wondering what you guys thought about the Gears of War beta that released, the Ultimate Edition or whatever, basically the remake of the first one. I don't know if you guys played it, but I know how you feel about DLCs and stuff, but
I hate them.
It's pretty much the exact same game. Like I played it, except it doesn't handle as good. The first one actually handles better than that. And I know it's a beta and everything. I know they got stuff to fix, but it's like the same exact thing. Like the cinematics and almost half the stuff for the same shit.
Go figure.
I don't know. I know how you guys feel about DLC after it gets you riled up. I don't know if you played it or heard much about it, but I played it. I think it's just to get more people on the bandwagon to play Gears 4, but I'll probably buy Gears 4. I don't know about the Ultimate Edition. A huge Gears fan, but hell, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how I feel about it, so I was just going to see how you guys feel about it. Thank you, and keep on making them things.
All right.
Thanks for calling, Jackson.
I appreciate the call.
I'm glad to see you're loving Colorado. It's extended your speech.
I think this about sums up my feelings for it.
Yeah. I'm not a big Gears of War fan. I did like the way Gears of War 4 looked. I mean, I like the atmosphere of the demo they showed, but as far as like Gears of War, I'm not a
huge fan. I did enjoy the first one for the most part. I haven't played this beta any. I don't know. It actually sounds like they might be keeping it faithful as a remake. Something I've called for, like the Final Fantasy VII one and stuff, and they've failed to do so thus far.
Yeah. Well, dude, I'm telling you, Final Fantasy VII, I bet you $100 they get Channing Tatum to play Cloud or some shit.
But, I didn't see Gears of War as...
Idris Elba be Barrett.
I didn't see Gears of War as a game that needed an HD remake, because it looks good. I mean, It's not that old of a fucking game. There's not that big of a difference between the Xbox One hardware and the Xbox 360. It's not that huge of a difference that HD remakes really called for. It really does sound like what you said it's to get people hopped up for 4.
It is. It's a money-making thing, man. Like everything else, they're just like wanting to spark your interest in Gears of War again because they haven't dropped one in so fucking long.
That's it. They were trying to be relevant again. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Yep. Good call, though. Thank you, Jackson.
Yeah, thanks.
We don't have any questions, really. I got one from Lynn Green that was...
we got another comment. You may want to pause it.
Do we?
Another voicemail just now.
Oh, shit.
So you may want to pause it so I can get it uploaded.
You want me to... Do I have to pause it for you to upload, or do you want me to
it's going to take a few minutes.
You want me to answer his question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Lynn Green asked, what games are you most excited about being shown at Gamescom so far? Which I kind of talked about earlier at the beginning, but Mad Max I'm pumped for. Unravel looks really cool to me for some reason. Like the way it looked. Dark Souls 3 it looked like the other one's kind of interesting. They did show a game called Scalebound.
That looked interesting. I didn't really care for the hero, but... It might be a beta.
it looked cool. It looked looked like it played somewhat similar to Dragon's Age Inquisition, kind of like the combat style. You know, you do the attacks and it shows the number flare up. You know, you slowly chip away at the enemies, but it was a guy and a dragon, and the guy was a little dude bro-ish. Like, he had his headphones and was listening to dubstep for whatever reason while he's killing these knights. But he has a dragon companion that you and him could do like attacks together with. It looked kind of cool. I was pretty excited about that.
I didn't care for the dubstep element. And the way,
maybe they'll have a function where you can upload your own music to it. And
I didn't like
it.
how dude bro the guy was, and how like I'm assuming he's really close to this dragon companion of his. He rides him all the time, but and at the same time, while he's riding the dragon in the preview, he's all like woo, woohoo!
Yeah,
I'm like, this is
stand back here, dragon man.
You're not riding Falcor, asshole. You know?
I think the only game that matters that's coming out is Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront.
I agree. It looks pretty good so far.
Yeah,
I'm just overly excited about that.
I'm pretty pumped about it as well.
That was kind of my childhood game, you know, like...
I like Battlefront a lot.
Yeah, I played the shit out of that game. I probably put more hours in that game than any other game ever, except for probably Halo 2.
I like the Dodeca droids or whatever, the machine gun droids.
Yeah.
They were badass.
I'm just...
So, you like...
Words can't express how excited I am.
Nope, that erection does.
Yeah.
And them
It does.
glistening nipples.
I just can't wait.
Sweaty nips.
Honestly, just can't wait.
You want to finish? Do we get any more questions?
No, that was pretty much it. The other one was Lynn was wondering if any of us would want to buy his copy of Batman Arkham Knight for Xbox One.
Oh, I don't have.
Is that the one that just came out?
Yeah,
I haven't played the other ones. Is it going to matter? Like as far as
probably.
I imagine they usually make games where you can jump in them these days.
I'm sure you could, but I
If
didn't
you
know
wanna
the
get the
first
full
three
story.
are tied together.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the first ones are badass. I just haven't got a chance to play them. Does Batman kill people in these games, or is it Batman where he doesn't kill people?
He's like knocking them unconscious.
I own like all of them today except for this newest one, and I don't know. I haven't played them. I got them all installed.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, because the cool thing about Batman is he doesn't kill people. But in a video game, you know, like...
He will in that Batman vs Superman. He does in that trailer.
Really?
He snaps a guy's neck in the desert.
That kind of sucks.
I mean, he doesn't kill people, but he beats them to death, basically.
Do you think these people fucking live off a camera?
Yeah.
I doubt it. Like, highly doubt it. We got another call.
Yeah. Here we go.
I'm not sure what the limit on comments or
Oh, it's Jackson
questions
again.
Yeah.
or just really statements are, but I already left one, but I got another one. I don't know if you guys have seen or are a fan of 2D jumpy puzzle games, but
Yes.
Indeed.
have you seen, I think it's Unraveled or
Oh, nice.
some shit.
Yeah.
But it's, if you played Max in the Curse of Brotherhood, basically kind of like that game, except instead of a marker, you're this yarn person that unravels. And you gotta jump around and use your fucking string for shit and, all kinds of stuff. It's
Yarn
pretty
lives
badass.
matter.
If you hadn't heard about it, you should check it out. It looks
Indeed.
pretty fun. It's probably going to be a pretty cheap game, so it'd be a fun display. I saw it on Xbox One. I'm sure it'll be out for other consoles or out for the computer. But I haven't done research, so don't quote me on that.
I'm quoting you.
But hell, if I think of another one, depending on how many statements or whatever I can make or comments, have you heard of it? Give me a call. Or I'll call you, whatever.
Thanks. Thank you again, Jackson.
Is there a way to get him, like, on the line?
We could probably set up a Skype at some
Yeah,
point.
we could
and record
Skype.
it. That's how we've done our interviews we've done
Yeah.
so far. Still need
Yeah.
to try to land that Joel West interview before too long.
I do appreciate the call, even if I did buzzer you there.
Yeah.
It's just-
But yeah, how fitting though of him to talk about that. And
Yeah.
We've already made mention of
yeah,
it.
we did. It looks really awesome. Like I said, the puzzle elements look really cool, and the way it made our own world seem alien. I thought that was really
Yeah.
cool.
Graphics really
Yeah,
sick
especially the
looking, too.
the background graphics looked almost like video.
Photorealistic.
Yeah,
like, definitely.
Pretty damn cool.
Well, shit, y'all. That's about it for this week.
Yeah.
we had a kind of jumbled together episode this week because I'm going to be out of town tomorrow. We're recording the night earlier than we usually do.
Yep.
Some Friday night hijinks this evening.
You going to Gatlinburg?
No,
You're always in Gatlinburg.
Nah, I'm going to Atlanta. Watch a show tomorrow.
What show are you going to?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, nice. Patty and
I went to Nashville tonight.
Yeah, they did.
We were gonna go, but I'm just gonna wait.
I'm going to see Neurosis next weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. That's a good band. Y'all fuckers listening, if you've never heard of Neurosis, you should check them out.
I don't think I've listened to a song of either of these bands.
Neurosis is
Hey, man.
good. Hum's good. They're just whatever you like, I guess.
I don't like much.
I know. You're a mean old bastard.
I like to hate. Yeah. Deal with
I'm just not even going to say nothing on that. I'm just going to... there's nothing I can say at this point to make you seem any more jolly than what you already do. So.
I'm fat, and why am I not jolly? I'm going to see the doctor about this condition.
You need to.
Yeah.
Tell him you've been tired a lot, too, when you get there.
Yeah.
Get that blood work done.
Tell him I can't get it up anymore.
Yeah. And they'd be like, eat all these pills in this bottle.
It's not my fault. Fell asleep with rubber bands on my
You
dick.
take these! Brandon has a little collection of cock rings. Cock ring cuckolding. That's CC. But anyways, you can find us at goodolegamers.com, Facebook, Good Ole Gamers Podcast, September 26th, Good Ole Game Fest.
Yeah, Coleman Civic Center,
$10 to get in, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Come whenever you want to. You got to be in there at opening. I
Yeah.
don't think many people will be because gamers don't get up at 10 a.m.
No, it's usually about a 2 p.m. kind of deal.
Yeah, they wake up at the crack of noon.
Yeah. But you can find us on there. Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch.tv.
Check Twitter for links.
Good Ole Gamers.
Yeah.
We are on Twitter. We don't do a whole lot there anymore because the only people that are on Twitter are self-promoting jackasses like ourselves. No one cares about Twitter unless they're trying to promote themselves.
Yeah, we don't do a lot of that. We don't throw a lot of things up into the Twitter sphere.
No.
Yeah, we don't throw a lot of things out that way though.
No, I've kind of given up on Twitter. I do basic minimum. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
We're behind on our tweeting game, so
No one in Alabama tweets unless they're trying
No.
to promote themselves. I think it's everywhere. I haven't found a single person there who's not trying to promote themselves.
you got a valid point.
And I just don't care about that, so whatever.
We'll be coming back at you again next week.
Hey, join the Steam group.
Yeah.
We had another giveaway recently.
Oh, yeah.
User Keo won Insanity's Blade. Really good 2D platforming / beat 'em up. So join the Steam, get some free games.
Yeah, all you gotta do is sign the shit up and you can get free shit.
Yeah, man.
What the hell are you waiting
And I'm
on, man?
looking for people to play PlanetSide 2 with. I'm getting back into it. I got like no friends that play the game, so
There's a casting call. You can play live with one of the members
Yeah.
of Good Ole Gamers.
yeah, my
Brandon Gentry.
Justin, who's been on here before, he played,
Juice.
Yeah, he played it with me, but his computer's so
My
shitty
name's Juice.
it barely plays the game. But we've got our own outfit started called the Fighting Armcocks. Because
Nice.
his character is Johnny Armcock, so we just went from that. I'm Biff Hamburg on there. Shit, I can't remember what server we're on. You have to hit me up. I think Matherson's the name of it, but I'm not sure. But yeah, just hit me up on Steam. And we'll play some fucking PlanetSide 2. I got some bitchin' ass vehicles started out, so we'll wreck some people.
Nice. Hell yeah.
If you don't know what PlanetSide 2 is, it's basically Call of Duty that doesn't suck with hundreds of players versus like 40. So, it's awesome.
Get down on it, man.
Yeah.
Is that PC?
PC, PS4, and soon Xbox One.
I think it's already out on Xbox One. I think.
It's a in the works thing. Unless there's
Oh,
a
is
beta
it?
you got access to.
There's a PlanetSide video they released today
Okay.
at that Gamescom. That's what I'm thinking about.
But the PS4 and Xbox servers will be exclusive. They won't be with the PC because PC gamers will destroy them. I'm sorry. You gotta have that mouse and keyboard, man. controllers just don't cut it.
Fuck you, Brandon.
What's the truth?
Yeah.
Even with auto aim, it ain't gonna save you.
The PC Master Race is just gonna come and burn your house down and cuckold
Yep.
your wife. Fuck.
There's a reason why console tournaments ban mouses.
Well, you got a point, I guess. I've never really
that's
thought
a
about
huge
that.
unfair advantage.
I've never really thought about that. Well, anyways, thank you, Jackson, for coming on with us, even though you've
Hey,
said a
man.
collective fucking 4
words.
minutes of dialogue.
Hey,
Yep.
man. Told you before I came on here.
It's okay.
That's cool.
It's nice just having a random every once in a while.
I'm
Yeah,
just
it sure
here for
does.
moral support.
But, well, since you're here for moral support, you can moral support everybody by closing our show out. We got a
Game
little-
over,
well,
man.
Well,
Too early.
too
Fucked it
early.
up.
A little premature on that one.
Yeah. You might ought to have a doctor look at that too. I wouldn't tell any girls about it. Anyways,
You
can
just told
edit that
all of the
out.
girls. They all
Yeah.
listening to us.
yeah, you know, all them babes are just fucking tuning in and clicking
All
that
them-
mouse
all
right
them
now while we're
bays.
talking. Do not ever fucking say that on this podcast again.
That's gonna be
You apologize right fucking
no,
now.
that's gonna be a fucking rage rant one day. I'm gonna say it again.
Brandon,
You're gonna
you-
like it.
No, you're gonna
I'm gonna
apologize.
rage rant about people who say bae.
If I have to apologize for saying a Taylor Swift reference, you've got to apologize for saying that word at some point. You can say it after the rage rant, but you're gonna fucking apologize.
No.
If I have to fucking pre-record some shit, you're gonna apologize.
Are you guys gonna do a Christmas episode? You know it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen.
Maybe. We got some Halloween shit planned,
Yeah, Halloween, sure.
but that's different than Christmas. Anyways, there's something we like to say around here.
Game over, man. Game over. Get fucked.
Get fucked.
Please don't go. The drones need you. They look up to you.